Okay, and our final showcase company is RevJect, the world's first creative side platform, empowering marketers to build, serve, and optimize digital creative across formats. Mitchell Weissman is the co-founder and CEO of RevJect. He also serves as chairman of LifeStreet Media, a company he previously co-founded. In just a few years, Weissman's team grew LifeStreet from a 4-person startup into a global company with 5 offices across the world. LifeStreet is currently the largest social media ad net exchange for the Facebook Canvas application platform. Prior to founding LifeStreet, Weissman served as senior vice president at Claria Corporation, an early digital marketing firm he helped grow from pre-revenue startup to nearly $100 million in annual revenue. Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, everybody, how you doing? Good to see you all. So this is gonna be fun. I heard that the food industry is $400 billion. Plated? Where's Plated? It's a big industry. Advertising is a big industry. We're now spending $600 billion a year buying ad impressions. $600 billion. So I got a question for you. What if those ad impressions, those $600 billion of ad impressions, could actually produce 25% or 50% or 100% more customers, more store visits, more revenue, more brand impact, without a single extra nickel? Those ad impressions, the ones that the advertisers are already buying, what if they could produce 100% more store visits and customers and revenue without an extra nickel of media? Well, that would be, in my view, the largest untapped opportunity, certainly in all of digital marketing. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm voting with my money and with my feet. And we're going to talk about this. Here are 4 ad creatives. These are Microsoft promoting Office 365. In fact, they were targeting, this was part of a campaign, they were targeting college students. So a lot of college students are now using Google Apps that Microsoft wants them to be using Office 365. They wanted to get a free copy in the hands of college students. And they went ahead and this is identical copy. It's the same offer, it's the same targeting, it's the same ad impressions. I'll read it to you. Students enrolled in qualifying schools get Office 365 Pro Plus for free. The only difference between these 4 ad creatives is the photography. And by the way, the people who created this, the creative agencies, they argued over this. And why not? Right? Everyone has an opinion. What if I told you that the best performing one of these creatives actually drove 122% more customers than the worst performing? They look kind of the same, but the best performer actually drove 122% more customers from the same ad impressions with 0 extra media cost. And that's the truth, it turns out. For whatever reason, this one drives 122% more customers than this one. And by the way, more importantly, 65% more customers than the control, meaning the one that they originally selected. So all the experts chose the ad, and it turns out that this particular creative drives 65% more customers without a single nickel of extra media cost. So what we're talking about is nothing more, nothing less than taking the world's $600 billion worth of ad impressions and doubling their value. This is a big deal. This is the ad creative opportunity, and what is required is the ad creative operating system. This has been our passion play for the last decade. We've been building it. And this is why Grad Khan, who's the head of the centralized marketing organization at Microsoft, says, I want everything running on RevJect. This is just smart. I've been a marketer long enough to know that my own opinion on creatives doesn't mean anything. We need to test. We need to always be testing. The thing is, that's really hard to do, but not anymore. And momentum is building. And this is why companies like Home Depot and LendingTree and Microsoft, and Bridgestone, and JP Morgan Chase, whose chief marketing officer is having us in 2 weeks, are interested and on us and running on RevJet. So this is cool stuff. I want to take a moment though and just acknowledge Reitler, because we have a history with this firm and it's been great. So we've been a client for 11 years. I came to Ed and to Amos and Scott in 2005 with all these ideas, and these guys believed, and they were behind us, and we appreciate it. It's been a really mutually beneficial relationship. We have, so with Reitler's Counsel, we have financed and grown and cash flowed and sold a whole bunch of different companies together. The most recent is Live Street Media that was mentioned, so we built that into the #1 ad provider to Facebook app developers. Drove hundreds of millions of customers that we acquired, paid out hundreds of millions of dollars to publishers. This is all using the technology underlying RevJet. And it drove to a happy ending, right? So a $90 million exit. The original investors cashed out 5.6 times their original money in cash and still retained a whole bunch of ownership in the holding company, which was terrific. And in the process, Nautic Partners, a $4 billion private equity firm, came along with us, got behind us. But my passion has been, let's go build the operating system. And just a little while ago, we did it. We made the bet with our own money. We took $15 million, in fact, approaching 20, right, Amos? And of our own cash, my own feet, I resigned from Live Street and said, we're going to launch a SaaS platform. We're going to launch RevJet. And that's what we're doing now. Now, as far as VCs on skis, I got to say, my own attendance has been poor. So I've been invited, to 12 times or 11 times, and I've made it out once. So we're in Silicon Valley, so it is a hike to get out here, and it's not that we don't appreciate it, but actually the reason that we're out, the last time was Ed said it would be nice to come on out. There are some companies that have a life cycle with Reitler. It'd be really great to talk about, you helped us all the way at the seed end and all the way through these exits and financing. And this year we came out because we're actually gonna partner up with somebody later this year. We're gonna go do a financing and bring some more folks to the party alongside of our own money. But having said that, so I was here once, and it was a debacle. I don't have the video, but it involved a violin and music and all this other stuff. Anyway, so we're gonna play. Scott, can you come up for a minute? And Ed, would you come up for a minute? I want to take a moment. If we're gonna play it straight, at least we should be sincere. And say, thank you. Come on, guys. These guys come on out. They invite us all up here. They pay the bill. This is awfully nice, I think. So we just want to say sort of thanks.
How much further are you going to be?
Is there a Matador outfit?
No, there's no Matador outfit, but I appreciate that you invited me back after the Matador outfit. I want to ask everybody to just say thank you. Can everybody give a big round of applause? Part of the thing about advertising is, and commercial messages, I don't know if you've noticed this, but most of the $600 billion that are spent on advertising are ignored. They never get seen. They never get noticed, right? And this is why there's such a big opportunity. And by the way, all commercial messages, and by the way, this is a commercial message. And we've had a lot of commercial messaging today, and a lot of that gets ignored. And part of the reason it gets ignored is because there's nothing to pay attention to, really. People kind of get a little bit bored. And there's this magical thing with advertising. So the anatomy of a response. So you got to pass 4 tests to get a response to advertising. And they're real objective. One is the glance test. If you don't glance, if you're on your phone or whatever, that ad will never get a response, right? What's a glance? Here's a glance. Okay, you got a good glance. Then with a glance, you got to get a dwell. What's a dwell? It's when you go, what's he doing? What's this? Right, so now you're tuning in. You're like, what the hell? Wait a minute, what's going on, right? Jessica's getting ready. That's what's going on. But then you have to comprehend and you have to want to know more. So every single response to any ad in the history of advertising that ever worked started with a glance, then a dwell, and then a little bit of comprehension and a desire to learn more. So we're going to work on a little bit of a glance and a dwell. Well, we go ahead here. Hit it, Jess. It's really fantastic to be back here at BC's on Skis. Because it's been a lot of years. You've invited me so many times. Just haven't made it. You wouldn't believe where I've been. The cities and towns I've been in. From Boston to Denver, and every town in between. The cities, they all look the same. Only the names have been changed. But now that I'm home again, I'll tell you what I believe. It's a miracle, a true blue spectacle, a miracle come true. We're together, baby, I was going crazy till the miracle came through. Now you're here and my arms are around you. Baby, we'll be dancing in the streets for the miracle. A true blue spectacle, the miracle is you.
Thank you, Ed. What can I say?
I never knew anyone could. I must have been crazy to ever have gone away. I almost forgot what it's like, oh, holding you near me at night. Now that I'm home again, you know that I'm home to stay. It's a miracle, a true miracle come true. Baby, I was going crazy till the miracle came through. Now you're here and I'm feeling so good. And baby, we'll be dancing in the streets with a miracle, a true spectacle. The miracle is you.
Now we're done.
So embarrassing. What just happened? Right, so these ads, right? So, but what if I told you, in all seriousness, what if I told you that the technology to allow these $600 billion worth of ad impressions to produce 50% more store visits was right here? And I'm serious about that, like right here. Let's take a look.